And I'm very, very thankful for that.
He's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm very proud of both of our guys. Going to go
Yeah.
off to a mission
Fabulous.
trip, and then I think they're going to come back pretty changed.
Yeah. Touching many lives while they're there.
I know.
Just awesome.
Yeah, I already see. I already see just a kind of an increased dedication to more spiritual depth with
Mhm.
Cliff as he's turning his attention to that.
Bob
Yeah,
too.
so. Okay, my question is, so you're just, a very capable woman,
Mhm.
and you can be plugged in many areas, and we've just seen you do that, whatever's needed, and you're always willing and able, which we're very thankful for. But what is your sweet spot? Just like in tennis, you're a big tennis player, and you know what it's like when you hit that sweet spot. You can hit it on all sorts of parts of the racket, but when you hit that sweet spot, boy, it feels good. And
It
I
sure
think the
does.
same thing is true of service in the
Thank
Lord, using your spiritual gifts. So what do you really feel is your sweet spot?
People.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because, and I think it's because of that spiritual growth of accepting others because they respond. And I know that's God, that's not me. That's God working through. And so I'm very comfortable in almost all situations. Sometimes too much money overwhelms me with somebody who's haughty. I'm not comfortable with somebody that's really big that way. But everybody else I like being around, and
Yeah, I like the ones with the money because I can, especially those that want to buy a house.
what a team. What a team. I'll do the poor ones and you do the...
I'll show you a $1
Yeah.
million house. Yeah, there you go.
But just that's what I feel, and I feel that because I do know that God gave me the gift of being organized and being able to adapt and not being afraid of things like computers, and
Sure.
I'm good at administration too.
Yeah, yeah.
And that goes along with people too, that
Right.
come into the office or on the phone or whatever.
Absolutely.
Being able to be flexible.
Very good.
So those are my sweet spots.
Good. And just kind of playing on that or building on that. So one thing we want to emphasize and really move towards is our calling of discipling people. And as leaders, which we are, anybody who has anybody following that, we're all meant to, God, that's God's plan. He just promotes us and promotes us, and so especially as we get older and wiser, we're more prepared to disciple others, and to move into more overseeing their spiritual development. So how can you take your gifts and help, like new people coming in and people you're working with to build them up? How would you do that in the realm that you're already working?
I think just the welcoming part, many times I forget where scripture is. I forget to quote scripture. I do get forgetful. I've always been that way. I'm good about going out and actually the action part,
Right.
but retaining things for any period of time, I just don't do well with that. I can pass tests, and that's something that I need to work on or pray about and get a little bit better about being able to scripture. I love Jesus, and I'm not fearful to say that to anybody. I do it often in our tennis, my tennis social life. So,
Sure.
But it's just that reading a book and then being able to put. I can't even say how I feel about it. Being able to implement everything that I've read.
Sure.
That's difficult for me sometimes.
Yeah.
Not out of fear. It's just that I'm not real sure of myself. I guess that would be a better way to put it.
Yeah. And sometimes that's just supplemented well by the Bible studies and sermons we have. But if you were to, can you see yourself intentionally taking one or two people under your wings?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am good at that. I'm good about introducing
And encouraging.
Very good about encouraging. But when it comes to leadership, like me telling you, well, I think you need to go and read this and do that. You are very, very good at You read the book.
Putting my bossy
Or
pants on.
you put your bossy pants on and you wear them well. But like when we were talking in the kitchen just a little while ago, you were talking about just listening to that wonderful woman that was gay and how she came to Jesus. Well, you remember all of the story. I'll remember a little bit of it.
Gotcha.
So, and I won't remember all of it, and it's important not to leave some of that stuff out.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me nervous.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
about actually taking that responsibility
Right.
and
Sure.
leading in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
And
I
honestly,
support.
you know, you're probably organically doing more of it than you think you are.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sure, like Terry, for instance. I mean, it's, you know, you actually have a phenomenal memory when it comes to what people are sharing about their lives. I mean, it actually
I do.
kind of blows me away sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and just taking that interest in people and their lives.
And I remember
on
their
a-
names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
that's not a problem.
And just, you know, sometimes discipleship is just following up on people. You know.
How are you
And,
doing?
yeah, and you know,
I can
hey,
do
you
that easily.
Yeah, you know, hey, you shared with me you were struggling with that.
Yeah.
How's that going? You know.
I could do
And,
that easily.
Yeah. So,
So if it was, I read an article the other day and it said,
yeah,
what did it say?
yeah. So, you know, sometimes we put the concept of discipleship in a box.
And that's what I've done.
Yes. So
Probably.
yes, okay, I'm going to disciple you. I'm going to lead you to, you know, and be your accountability buddy, and you know, and there are some people that are very good at that, and that is one approach. And I think we all do better when we stay in our sweet spot, like I talked about. And again, I think you're probably doing a lot more of it than you think you are.
Could be. People know I'm a Christian.
Well,
Some tiptoe
yeah,
until they get to know that I'm just like everybody else.
yeah.
And that's usually at the tennis club, what the varied lifestyles.
Yeah, that's been a real mission field for you.
It has been.
Yeah.
And the Pacific Life Open was too.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Because I was dealing with like 250 plus people,
Right.
Close to 300. And what a difference that makes to when you take a personal interest in each one of those people, and pretty soon they know who you are, not Linda Munger, but a woman that loves Jesus.
Yes.
That's what that was really a neat experience.
Right. And when they run into
That
trouble,
he used me.
they come to you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I think, you know, that's a good of a definition of discipleship as there is. So
Oh, I guess so. I just never consider myself a disciple. I just, you know, but
yeah.
you have a different vision. Yeah.
Yeah. You're awesome.
Oh, no, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all him.
Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome. Now I'm off camera.
No.
Oh, shoot. But see, I'm drinking tea, so you won't put it on.
Maybe. Come on now.
But you know, really, those words are a good example for others that are like myself in being fearful of, yeah, it is fearful that you're going to say the wrong thing, you're going to lead them in the wrong direction,
Right.
give them the wrong scripture for what they need, but to see how you helped me work through that just 2 minutes ago, is that actually I do remember certain circumstances where they need help, and I've prayed for them, and I always tell them I'll pray for you.
Right.
And that is a way of discipling and bringing them to
Sure.
a normal person that loves Jesus.
Yeah.
Makes it possible for them.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
all we're asked to do. And
Yeah.
I think the Lord prefers us to be in our sweet spot as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And not that He doesn't want us to stretch.
We do
for
need
sure,
to
but,
do that, yeah.
You know.
Boy, I've been.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how we have selective memory. We all do. And as I mentioned, you have an unbelievable capacity to remember people's backgrounds and their stories. You know, I do tend to remember speeches and concepts and that kind of thing.
You
and
do.
You know, sometimes when I'm showing somebody, you know, I'll have somebody, I'm showing them property and I've been working with them for 2 days and they're in my car and I forget their name.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why.
I'd forget the property and remember their name.
There you go. So it, you know, it's different for every
It
person. We
is.
just want, you know, and it's important to know what our gifts and strengths are so that we can
It
stay
is.
in that.
Yeah.
You know, so I think
And you're
that's,
going to be
honor
discovering
stuff.
so much in the next however long you interview different people within the church that you're going to put on the
Yeah.
hot seat. But that's, you know, that is, so, and it helps them to discover themselves.
Absolutely. Okay, now we will definitely go off camera.
Oh, we were still on?
Yes.
All my secrets.
All your secrets, that's right.